How you doing, Melvin? You doing all right?
Hey, I'm doing fabulous, man. I appreciate everybody for sure.
Okay, Marlon, you can start off first, Mike second, Lauren, and then Kenneth, and we'll roll down as so.
Uh,
And the floor is yours.
all right, Mr. Melvin. My name is Marlon. I'm with the Love to Laugh podcast. Nice to meet you,
Hey, pleasure to meet you as well.
my man. All right, so back in the '80s, you guys had a lot of competition. Like with guys like the Force MDs and everybody. Did you get along with those guys, or did y'all coincide peacefully?
Oh yeah, back in the day, man, it was about the music. Wasn't a lot of big egos as far as some of the competitive nature that's going on right now. But Force MDs, Jodeci, New Edition, we're still cool to this day. So it was all about the love and the music, man.
Got you. Okay,
Yes.
that's my question. Who's next?
Just the one question?
We get to ask all the questions at once. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Well,
please.
Okay.
I don't see a
You-
lot of people here, so we good. We can
okay.
go.
I'm just being fair. That's all. Just being fair.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
What is a crazy tour story that you had, like the craziest thing that happened to you on stage?
Craziest thing I would have to say would be when we did Disney World. I think we were in Florida, and I was singing "Slide Over," and there was a young lady that we were on Frontierland performing, and Frontierland is you're like on a raft when you're performing live. And so the young lady, when I was singing "Slide Over," actually dove in the water and slid on over to the stage with all the little electric currents and everything underneath the water. And so security actually went in, grabbed her out of the water, didn't allow us to even meet the young lady, which I thought was
Oh,
kind of crazy. But on stage performance, that would have to be one of the craziest. Another was when I was performing and the lights were all out. It was dark, and we had this big intro, and this group of girls had it in their mind to bum rush me before the lights
oh,
came on. So by the time the lights came on, they dang near tackled me to where I forgot the words to the song.
oh
It
man.
kind of threw me off because I had this big intro, and the lights went down, and all of a sudden I got bum rushed, and then the show started, and I tried to calculate my brain to say, okay, let me go ahead and start. So that was another little crazy episode on stage.
Oh man, that's hilarious. um, okay, so everybody, once your people are hot, and then after a while, you kind of start to fizzle out. What did the record label want from y'all once y'all sales started to dip? What did they want y'all to change? Or
There was actually nothing that really changed. The music business is really about, I put it like this, take Barry Sanders.
Hey,
And I give
Ziggy,
people this analogy a lot of times. You can
thank you
have
so much
one of
for
the
the
best
host.
running backs or athletes
You
on
know
a
what? I'm just going
team,
to type.
but it takes a collective record company. It takes a collective football organization to bring it all together. So we were still putting out the songs. We were still having the hits. The fans were there. The record company started to take a dip before we did.
got
Gerald Busby, which is who signed us and who was the Barry Gordy of MCA at the time, came to us and said he got a situation. He's going over to Motown. When he went to Motown, that's when you started to see a decline in Ready for the World's promotion and marketing because our team was starting to leave. That was the big change with Ready for the World, Melvin Riley, the whole situation. So it's not so much what they wanted from us as it was that our team that surrounded our success started to actually leave.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And with this day and age, a lot of the versus battles are going on. And me personally, I believe that the only group that can really compare to you guys is Mint Condition, because y'all have the same format. You had Stokely as the lead singer, and then the rest of the guys
Right.
played. Then you had you, and then you singing, and then the rest of the guys played. Do you think you can, take on somebody like Mint Condition for the verses? I mean, you are the trendsetter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are the
Yeah, Stokely and I have talked many a times about doing a duet. And I love Mint Condition. I love Stokely. I love all the guys. And I do what I do, and I'm going to continue to write the songs. I thank God that I still have that voice, and it's even stronger and better now. So I'm ready to take on any and everything. It's all about that marketing, that promotion. You can put a hit record out there, but if that promotion and marketing does not match you,
Exactly.
then it's a weird effect. And you could have fans like, oh, that's my jam, but we're not hearing it on the radio. Well,
Yes.
it takes a collective team that really makes that happen. So no, Mr. Riley is ready. And you know,
Ready.
like I said, I've got a 9-song about to drop album. I know nowadays they don't call them albums, but
Yes.
I have my 9 to 10 songs right now that is going to blow a lot of people's minds.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. And
Okay.
and me as a comedian, you know, I gotta end my question, you know, with a question everybody wants to know. Do you miss the curl? Do you miss the?
Oh no, I do not miss the curl. I tell everybody else is good hair. How about that?
Hey, I swear, like just looking at the album covers, I'm like, man, like I wonder how many pillowcases you ruined in your head.
Exactly, a mini. And you know, and that's a cool thing. It's Jamie Foxx went on, and Jamie and I ended up doing a duet together. But Jamie Foxx really puts it in perspective when he said he went to the Ready for the World concert. And,
Oh yeah,
and he wanted to get the Melvin Riley curl. So you know what? It's good to have an identity because you want to be more than just the music. You know, you want people to know who you are because who you are is what you sing, what you produce. So you go along with your music. So you can't separate the two. So the curl and the whole shabam, hey, that's what it was. That's what it is.
Oh, thank you so much for answering my question, man. I'll pass it on to somebody else, bro.
All right.
All right, Mike, you're up next.
Hi, Mr. Riley. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure.
Well, I have a couple questions, but I am curious on the Melvin Riley TV thing. That struck a chord with me. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
You know, the Melvin Riley TV is a launching pad for me to connect with fans like I've never connected before on a personal level. Renee Stone, which is my genius publicist that makes me work when I don't want to work.
That's a good publicist.
great publicist. And she pretty much is in that mindset of, you know, well, let's relate to the audience on your own terms. What Melvin Riley TV does is allow me to do concerts for my fans, however, whenever I want to do that, because of this COVID situation. It also allows me to relate to my fans, and I call my fans my family, my VIP family. And it allows me to express myself in a way in this new world when I want to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, rather than waiting on a major to say, okay, it's okay to do this, it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
I can just go ahead and go live or go and put a video out because it's always about the music, it's about the artist. And in that Melvin Riley TV, you never have to ask after that because I'm going to give it to you like that. And anything that the fans may want me to do, I can at least go on that Melvin Riley TV and do it and give it to them.
That's awesome. So it's almost like a live streaming platform that you're starting?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really cool. That's really cool.
And-
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of artists right now, because of the COVID situation, are going to have to create a platform to relate because artists love to perform.
Right.
That's where we get that fusion that it's like blood to a vampire. When you perform live, you can be in the studio, you can blow your heart out, you can write your heart out, but it's nothing like that walk on stage one-on-one relationship with the crowd. And you know that Melvin Riley TV is going to allow me to somewhat have that kind of spirit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, have you ever heard the platform called Twitch?
No, I have not.
So it's basically a live streaming platform that's created just for live streaming. It started out as a gamer platform, but now musicians have actually taken, not taken over, but a huge influx of musicians are actually on it now, and they're killing it. And it's just like you said, it's live performing, it's streaming, it's all that stuff. I think that you're very wise in taking this step because who knows? I know you got a tour coming up, but with things shutting down, opening back up, shutting down, it frightens me to think that musicians are out there right now not doing something like this because of the uncertainty of the future. I think it's very wise of you to sort of jump into this new technology and take advantage of it. I was curious, how did you handle the COVID situation when it first struck, on a personal level and then on a creative level?
We were actually on the road when COVID really started to show its face. And we were out in February, and we were in where were we? Oh man, it was, I think, San Diego.
Oh, nice.
A few other places we were. So we had just launched the new year.
Oh, that's everyone's story this year, man. Everyone's story. We had big plans. We had big plans.
Yeah. You had January. You had the promoters calling.
Yeah.
Stacking up dates.
Yeah.
Here comes Milwaukee. Here comes this day, this way. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's get started. So we're rehearsing. Actually, we started rehearsing before January, December to January. Went out February 14th. Killed it. I got some of it online. And then when I got out there, everybody was a little already taken back by Kobe Bryant passing away.
Yeah, that was tough.
So the vibe had already gotten a little sad. I put it like that. Then we built our vibe up. We rehearsed. We got ready. Then some other crazy mess happened. Then we heard about a possible disease or virus. Mm-hmm. So I went and got an N95 mask at Home Depot.
Oh, so you were on top of it.
Oh, I got the photos, yeah. Before, in February, I had the N95 mask, and I spread them out to everybody because...
Oh, bless you, sir.
Something sounded a little serious about it, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and got the N95 mask, and we flew with that mask. Everybody had the mask on, so we pretty much did everything with that mask on because it sounded a little different.
Yeah.
So on a personal level, it didn't hit us personally until maybe March. March, April, and there. I'm like, okay, this is a little more serious than what they're saying. Mm. They reacted a little different, so I didn't really think it would impact us this long.
Right.
And then I said, oh wow, now we're not touring.
Yeah.
Now we're not going to be. I had a show coming up in Milwaukee, and they waited till the last week because they really wanted to do the show.
Right.
And they said, and my agent called, and they were like, well, they haven't called it canceled. I'm like, well, I'm ready.
Right. I'm coming.
The week before, we got to reschedule.
Yeah.
And then it just started to be a trickle-down effect. Right. So personally, not being able to perform constantly with your fans, that is a problem because you really want to be out there. But thank God, I'm a songwriter. I wrote the majority of the Ready for the World catalog. So
cool.
I'm not really so much personally upset about the money aspect as I am about not being able to be out there doing what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So were you able to use this time in a creative way? Were you able to write and yeah? Yes,
myself and Renee. Renee has found so many different ways to keep me busy.
Again, good publicist.
Oh yeah, because I could actually chill and wake up. I've got other businesses that, but I love my music.
Yeah. And
Renee has found so many ways to keep me busy during the COVID that COVID hadn't really made. I haven't been bored yet.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing about musicians I've been talking to over these last 6 months is that they either are sitting there watching Netflix and getting fat, or they're just madly writing or painting or creating. I had one more question before. I know I'm sort of going here, but I saw on your Instagram site that you posted something about get out and vote. And so I'm just curious on your position on how important is it to you, considering that you posted it on a public forum, how important is it to you to vote? And I don't know how far you want to go, but where are you standing in this election season?
My mother always told me never to voice your opinion on what candidate you're going to go with. And I was maybe even in junior high school. And she said, everyone has their own individual preference.
Yeah.
So you keep that, whatever that is, it is what it is. But make sure that you vote.
Yeah.
And I've been knowing about the fact that I had to vote probably as long as I knew I had to go to college.
Yeah.
And so, we have to be a voice for ourselves and the future. And voting is very powerful. A lot of people have been deterred by, the rhetoric about it doesn't matter, your vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
For those 80s and 90s, a lot of people started to hear that. So now as a platform, myself and other artists have to explain to people, listen, we have a platform. Please get out and vote. Do it for not only yourself, but do it for the future.
Yeah.
Because you have to create a nation that is going to be a democracy, which is America. And you got to get out and vote, man. That means so much, man. It's not a cliche. It's not just something to say, just to make yourself politically correct. It makes a difference. You already see where we are, spiritually. A lot of people have political reasons why they do what they do, but we all know deep-seated where we are right now. Vote how you vote, but you know where we are right now. I'll put it like that. You all know where we are right now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll let someone else take over here.
Yeah, I got a question. I got a question for Melvin.
One second, please. 1 second. We're going in order, please. Hold on for me. Lauren is next, and then we're moving on down the list.
All right.
Go ahead, Lauren.
All right. Okay.
Hey guys.
So for Dossier,
I'm
we're
thinking
a community.
I'm thinking that we'll probably get another round. So I'm gonna sit through here. We'll watch these guys talk, and then we'll probably do another round of questions.
Teenagers who produce in their bedrooms.
And
within the last 8 months, so during COVID, the community's grown to like 75,000 kids all across the world who produce for each other. And I was wondering, because you had an interview a while ago about perseverance and what it means to keep persevering. They see the buzz that happens for all of the young artists and they want the same thing, but there are a lot of older producers in there who tell them to slow down and enjoy it. What would you have to say if you're weighing in, if you're thinking about your career at 17 and how to navigate, and what advice would you give?
If you are 17, which is pretty much when my career started, when I said perseverance, you really never know when it's going to happen.
Right.
So you can't take a break on what it is that you believe in, because you never know when someone may hear a track from you and like, okay, who is it? Let me put it in a movie, and they can grow from there. So things don't always happen when you think they should. Mm-hmm. Things don't always happen, and people don't always get what it is that you are doing. So the perseverance comes in where you have to go ahead, and if you believe in what you're doing, you got to keep it going.
Right.
Even if it seems like it's this, that, and the other. I always tell everybody, do you and let the world catch up. What that means is that what you may have come up with may not be in style right now, but you may bring it into style. So you cannot sit back and let everybody tell you who you are.
Thank you so much.
You just have, if it fails, it fails. If it sucks, it sucks.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to.
If it's not what the world wants to hear,
oh my God.
It is what it is.
But
you'll never know if you don't persevere. You'll never know if you don't do you. And it reminds me
right now
of,
we're watching a press junket for Melvin Riley Ready for the World.
Fan.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Cathosaurus. I truly appreciate that.
But he already knew who he was. Right. Know who you are. Persevere. Now, if you don't know who you are, find out who you are. Then the world will follow. If they like what you're doing. If they don't like it, okay.
Oh my God, sorry.
And that would be my biggest advice.
That was for you,
to a
Cathosaurus.
17, 18-year-old person.
I want to listen to.
Just keep working at it.
I want to listen to him, but I wanted to thank you. Echolocations, thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Wow, that's insane. Thank you so much, Cathosaurus. You're too kind. You're too kind.
And also understanding
I wanted to hear this still. I hear this, but
sometimes it does leave itself to chance and hearing no, or hearing yes. And what would you say once you get to that point where you've seen like, oh wow, a couple years ago or 10 years ago, I wanted to
I
be
had to
at
do
this
it.
specific point. I know who I am and I feel comfortable in my skin, but how do I keep growing? Does that make sense?
How do you keep growing?
Yeah, how do you keep discovering yourself and pushing yourself as an artist once you've made that milestone?
You continue to
That's a
learn.
good question.
And you learn by working. What you're working at it. Are you a producer, songwriter? What?
Am I?
Yeah, specifically.
I'm just representing the community because a lot has gone on within the past 8 months, but nobody's been documenting it. So I've just been interviewing every creative who has been consistently working.
Okay, so you're...
Yeah, so I mean, see a wide variety of...
Right. And so your main question is
once you get to the point where you're within the industry, you've heard a yes, someone's interested in you, and you're like, okay, my dream is made, where do I go from here? Like, how do you keep growing from that day one striving, grinding mode? You know what I mean?
You're going to learn because you're going to keep on whatever it is that you're doing. If you're a writer, a songwriter, or a singer, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn from that. You're going to grow by your mistakes, by your triumphs, by the things that you win. You never stop learning, and that's the beauty of entertainment. You got LeBron James that won the championships before, but even this year, he had to learn something with a new team. Last year, they didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
This year, they're champions. What did he learn last year that got him to a championship this year? We got to change personnel. So whatever it is that you have to, whatever you're doing, you're going to learn by your failures and your triumphs. But if you love it enough, you got to keep going at it, because in that is how you grow. It's like seasons. You're going to have the winter, fall, spring, summer. You got to go ahead and let those seasons take hold. What has to stay constant is you and what you believe. Learn within what it is that you want to do. Continue to do what you're doing. You're going to learn regardless. Right. The hard way, the good way, the easy way. If you stay in anything long enough, you're going to learn.
Right. And so with that being a process, if we're talking about the production side of music, one thing that has been addressed and kind of reiterated to all of us is that it's better to just kind of not keep your mouth shut, but learn from the people around you. And you may not know everything, and it's kind of a good mindset to go into. I don't know anything, and I'm ready to just be around a bunch of people who are willing to teach me everything. And like that should be the tone that you set just when you're in new positions or you're in new environments. Do you think that that lends a hand in every aspect of music, of trying to learn as much as you can from the people around you?
I think you should always you should always be in that circle of people that you can learn from. Mm-hmm. But don't be afraid to voice what you do know.
Right.
So always surround yourself with winners, people that have been there before. Don't surround yourself with, when you get the idea of people that really don't want it, you start to go that direction. Be around the people that's going to stretch you, that's going to pressure you to be better. And only surround yourself with those that you believe in.
Right.
But you'll know clowns when you see them, and you have to pretty much surround yourself with that type of person.
Yeah. And then with other roles when creating music, because within the time that we've spent together, there's been EPs that have been made, and it's been a friendly competition with people in other communities where everyone has an allotted amount of time to make an EP, and everyone collabs together from the very beginning to album artwork to videos, all of it. Do you think that there's any advice you would give in the collaboration process that you've taken away throughout the years of just working with others, and what worked well for you?
So you're saying what should you have taken away from
collaborating?
Oh, wow. If you collaborate with someone that has their game tight, that's really good at what they do and you admire, you can be influenced by the things that they did so well. But, a lot of times we don't know what to ask. We don't know the questions to ask. So you kind of, as you were asking about growing, that's kind of way when you collaborate with other people. I always say, if you and someone else are writing a song, I want to hear your perspective on the song, and you come in with your perspective. So the two of you come in and say, "This is what it sounds like to me." Then that other person comes and says, "This is what it sounds like to me." Well, you listen to each other's perspective, and you will take something from what they did, possibly if you like it, and vice versa. So when it comes to collaborating, yeah, we can sit down. Me and my buddy can sit right now and come up with a song. But after we do that, I want to hear you take that same song and let me see where you are by yourself with it. And the same thing, I want to take it and see where I come with it. And what did you do on it? Well, what did you do on it? To me, it's collaboration goes that way. Let's work it together, but at the same time, I want to hear where it is for you. What's your perspective on this song? Collaboration, people are sometimes shy to say what they really feel because they don't want to offend the other person. That's why you take that song or whatever that is, work on it by yourself. You work on it by yourself, and then we collab.
Yeah.
That's real collaboration.
All right. Thank you, Lauren. I need to move on to Kenneth.
And 1 second, because I may be having puppies.
Oh, Lord.
And this is a weird time, but give me 1 second. So, Renee, you may have to talk to everybody right quick, but I may be having puppies right now.
Puppies, that's
Lord.
awesome.
You guys see, I told you never know what might happen. I didn't know that.
That's hilarious.
Hey, this is the music business.
We were in Mississippi doing a show, and he was getting ready to walk on stage, and he turns to me and says, "Oh my God." I said, "What?" He said, "She's in labor." I'm like, "Who's in labor?" I said, "The dog." I was like, he couldn't really focus to do the show because he was thinking about the dog, and I was like, "Lord." Yeah.
Well, that's really nice to know, though. That's a really nice sentiment to know about someone, is that they're so concerned. They're more concerned about their loving friend, than this commitment. Yeah, I love that. That just shows they has a lot of love. It's great.
So for everyone that came on later, his website is IamMelvinRiley.com. The store launches tomorrow. You can shop from the store. You can go there and look at the merchandise that will be launching. On November the 19th, the tickets will go on sale for the Christmas holiday concert, which will be held December 19th on the Melvin Riley TV channel. And I will email this out to everyone as well. Also on November the 19th, we will be partnering with FloryRoberts.com. The name of the new single, I'll go ahead and tell you since he's checking on puppies, is called Shut Up and Kiss Me. So it's a holiday love song. No, he's not talking about the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Melvin expect to show us in that song. But we will be partnering with him on a promotion called Kiss Me. And it's going to promote a lipstick titled Kiss Me. So those are just some things that's rolling out. And of course, the new album, which is going to be a 9-song album, and he will be leaking some of those songs on his social media in the next month as well. And while he's away, if anyone have any questions that I might be able to answer that may not have gotten answered by some of the other publications that's on, let me know.
I'm looking at the website right now, and I'm seeing these leggings. Who did the design work on these? They look cool. I like the design of them.
Oh.
So.
Oh my God.
I am so sorry. She just started dropping her puppies, and if we can, I will be available later on. Let me get everything adjusted, or I'll be up all night now. So she just had this puppy, and I heard the dog barking, so I kind of figured that's what was going on. It's weird timing, but it happened.
Oh gosh.
Can I see that puppy again, Mr. Riley?
That's a Rottweiler, right?
Oh yeah, just born. So.
Oh, there it is.
I have to go, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
It's all good.
So
if Renee can, I'll call her, and we can go ahead and get back on here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Can everyone do me a favor? Text me so that I can text you all a new link once all of his children come into the world.
So will you be doing it tonight then still?
Let me ask this. Is it convenient for everyone tonight, or you want to do tomorrow? Or
I mean, it would be easier to reschedule just because of it's getting late. But
Okay.
I mean, I'm down for whatever everybody else wants to do. I'm down to vote.
Yeah, it's up to. I mean, we can do today or tomorrow. I don't care.
So let's make it fair. If you want to do it individually, we're at the mercy of you all. So I will make it work for everyone. How about that?
That would be awesome.
That's fair.
Hey, Renee,
Yes.
I got one question. I was a musician. I came from LaFace Records, but my thing is, my name D-Rock. You said text you a link. Text the link. Is the link in the subscription box?
No, text me your phone number or your email, and then I'll send you a link. So if you want to do one-on-one, we're at everyone's mercy, and we will make that happen. I'll make that happen this week, sooner than later.
Okay.
And
Right.
Renee,
And my phone number is
Renee, again, the thing wouldn't let me record. So do you have the recording? Will you be able to send that to us?
yes.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay.
No problem. Okay, so hopefully all the children make it safely.
Oh man, that's amazing. I love that actually. I love that he had babies in the middle of this interview. So that was awesome. That's a
What perfect
first for me.
timing.
Well, it's a first for
Right.
my podcast. I don't know about y'all, but that's a first for. I've never had puppies on my podcast. I don't know about you guys.
No, at first, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, is that code for he has to use the bathroom?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I got puppies.
I'm like,
I
wait a
got
minute.
puppies
Is that
coming
code?
up. I gotta go.
I'm like, he is open. He's very open.
No, he's really having puppies.
Okay.
Really having puppies. I didn't know she was ready yet. I mean, she's early, so.
Okay. Yeah, we're all good. Whenever you want to reschedule, we're good.
Perfect. I mean, this works out better for me because I would love to talk to Mr. Riley one-on-one. I mean, just by talking to him for the few minutes that I did, I can already tell it's going to be an amazing conversation. So this is great. This works better for me.
Okay.
Sweet.
Tony Mercedes. I worked on the Tony Braxton TLC Usher CD.
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Derek, that's awesome, man. Like, I would love to have you on my podcast too.
Wait, well, hey, look, man, COVID here, boy. So I'm glad to have.
He said, "Come over here, boy." Your name is Derek Bowman.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I? Do you have like a handle on Facebook or Instagram or anything?
Yeah, on both of them.
Okay, so Derek Bowman, and then what city you live in? Just so I can search you up.
I live in 4 different states.
Gotcha. No worries. Okay, I'll look you up, man. I'll see if I can find you on Facebook or something. You can always hit me up too. My podcast is called We Speak English Good, and you can find me at wespeakenglishgood.com. And yeah, it's all there. So if you don't hear from me, please do reach out to me because I'd love to talk to you.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Right on. Well, this was a productive night, everybody.
I got you. We speak English. I got you.
Yeah, please reach out. I think you guys would be great guests, both of you.